What was the fifth one?
The car you're driving.
The car that you're driving. The car you're driving determines everything. That is your investment portfolio. That's your what? Investment portfolio. It is not your job, it is not your business, it is your investment portfolio. And let me spend a few seconds on this. Warren Buffett owns so many businesses, and I know sometimes we wonder, how does a one human being manage to oversee all these things? But the truth is, Warren Buffett doesn't see them as different businesses. He sees them as one business. He has only one business. And that one business is how much cash do those businesses contribute to his portfolio. That's his business. If a business is not contributing surplus to his portfolio, he has no business with it. So it's a very important point I'm making here. Many entrepreneurs get stuck in the business, not in what the business does. You've got to focus, your eyes must be in the portfolio. And what does the business do to the portfolio? Does the business draw from the portfolio, or does the business add to the portfolio? That's the real test of a good business. So if you're running any kiosk, and every day when you're doing your monthly budget after you're paid the salary, it is eating from you, it's time to do what? It's time to reassess and make a tough decision. If you're doing anything, you know, there's a lot of extracurricular activities that we do, you know, farming and all that stuff, but it is only draining the family, not adding to the kitty. Yeah. Your core business is your investment portfolio, not the business. Okay? So you need to buy, for you to build a healthy portfolio, investment portfolio, you need to buy quality assets. It starts with the assets. What is an asset? An asset is anything that puts cash in your pocket. Let me repeat that, because this is something that we really confuse, no matter how well educated we are. An asset is anything, is the one that puts cash in your, and the one that removes cash from your pocket is called what? Liability. So can you have a business that is a liability? Very many, yeah? So if you go and borrow and build apartments, and you make 10% rental yield, and you're paying the bank 13%, do you have an asset or a liability? An asset, never forget this, whenever you're going to invest. An asset is the one that puts cash in your, a liability is the one that removes cash from your. So you must have good assets, and these assets, they are dynamic. They are always changing. There's a time, I remember when I was managing the Centum portfolio, we used to be the top 5 shareholders in KCB. And it was a very difficult thing to touch it because it was sentimental. We are top 5 shareholders in KCB. But that also was costing us opportunities. So we had to sit one day and say, are there better opportunities than this? And the answer was yes. So you need to constantly review your asset mix, change the asset mix, move from low earning to higher earning assets. Constantly. It is your shamba. Just the same way when you plant maize as a farmer, your job does not end with planting. Every day you wake up in the morning, you take a walk in the farm. You look at where there are weeds, you remove them. They need fertilizer. Every day you are nurturing. Assets must be nurtured. Aha, that has reminded me. Let me say something else here that you should never forget. Live assets must be nurtured. Dead assets are not nurtured.
What do you mean? What's a dead and what's
Thank you for asking me that question. So, if you have bought 100 acres in Nanyuki and there is nothing planted on it, you even forgotten, you don't even know where the beacons are. Is that a live asset or a dead asset? It's a dead asset. It does nothing for you. A live asset is like a child. It must be nurtured. It must be nurtured. It is so involving. And that's why people are trapped in dead assets. Because people don't like nurturing. That is why we love land. Because you use land as a store of value. But in the land, you find in your old age, you are asset rich and cash poor. It's a terrible situation to be in.
Is prospecting a good thing?
Sorry?
Prospecting.
Speculating.
Speculating, not prospecting.
Speculating.
Yeah.
Speculating is not anything different from
Then-
betting.
Betting. It's like really? I mean, it's a big thing. We know that, like, especially when it comes to land and properties.
Okay, when you speculate, what is the one thing that tells you you've done a good job? Or
When you actualize it.
when you sell it several times the money, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah.
So, let me give you two assets. This one asset and this other asset. Okay. This asset is generating cash. This asset does not generate cash. Which one is worth more? The one giving you cash. So the more you nurture your asset and it continues increasing the cash flows, guess what? The value goes up. The one that you're not nurturing, you're just expecting it to double, it's called betting. It's not even speculating. Yeah? Plant trees. Even subdividing is adding value. Yeah? So, number one, make sure you have what? You buy assets. Number two, make sure you nurture the assets. Yeah? Make sure you have the best mix of assets at any point in time. Okay? And number three, make sure that those assets are yielding cash. Zinaeka pesa mfukoni. Assets must put cash in the pocket. Assets must put cash in the pocket. So if you have anything that does not put cash in your pocket and you've been calling it asset, please go and have an executive meeting at home and make some difficult decisions. So, some action points here.